When you buy into an HOA, you get a mountain of paperwork, and buried inside it are the warning signs that tell you whether this community is healthy or headed for trouble. Most people just skim it and sign and move on, but if you know what to look for, these documents will tell you the truth. Here are the red flags that should make you pause. When you're under contract on an HOA home, you typically receive a disclosure package, governing documents, financials, meeting minutes, the reserve study, and more. It can be hundreds of pages, and it's tempting to just skim it. Don't, because the warning signs are in there, and spotting even one can save you thousands. Let's go through the big red flags. Red flag number one, a reserve fund that is severely underfunded. When you find the reserve study, look at the percent funded. A number that's really low, say under 30%, combined with aging components means major repairs are coming and the money's not there. That's the classic setup for a special assessment that's going to land on you. Red flag two, a reserve study that is old or missing entirely. If the most recent study is many years out of date or the association doesn't have one, they are essentially flying blind on their biggest future cost. That's not a small oversight, that is a governance problem. Red flag three, a history of special assessments. Flip through the financials and the minutes for past special assessments. One for a genuine emergency can happen to anyone. A pattern of them signals a chronic underfunding and a board that keeps kicking the can down the road. Red flag four, dues that have never increased. Now, this sounds like a perk, but it's often the opposite. Costs always go up. An association that has held the dues flat for years is usually falling behind on funding, and a painful correction, big dues jump, or a special assessment, it's often just a matter of time. Red flag five, high delinquency rates. If the financials show that a large chunk of owners are behind on their dues, the paying owners are effectively covering for them. High delinquency strains the budget and raises the odds that you'll shoulder more of the load. Red flag six, ongoing litigation. Check the minutes and disclosures for lawsuits. Litigation can drain the reserves fast, and in condos, it can even block your mortgage. Some lenders won't finance in associations with certain pending suits. Always ask what any lawsuit is about and what it might cost. Red flag seven, reserves being used for operating expenses. In the financials, watch for money flowing out of the reserve fund to cover day-to-day cost. That's borrowing from the future to paper over the present, and it means that the reserve health is worse than the balance alone suggests. Red flag eight, minutes that are full of conflict, deferred maintenance, or vague finances. Board meeting minutes are where the real story lives. Repeated arguments, projects that keep getting postponed, or finances that even the board seems confused about, all of that tells you how the community is actually run. Red flag nine, an association that won't share documents. If getting the disclosure package is like pulling teeth or key documents are unavailable, treat that resistance as a red flag in itself. Healthy associations share their numbers pretty easily. Evasiveness usually means that there's something that they'd rather you not see. Now, one important balance point. Finding a single red flag doesn't automatically mean you should walk away. Context matters. A one-time special assessment for storm damage is different from a decade of them. A dues increase to properly fund reserves is actually a good sign of responsible management. The goal isn't to find a perfect HOA, those rarely exist. It's to understand what you're really buying and to make sure that you're not inheriting a hidden liability. Here's how to use all of this. As you go through the disclosure package, keep a simple checklist of these 9 flags. For everyone that you find, ask a direct question and get the answers in writing. If the answers are reasonable, then great. If they are evasive or the flags are stacking up, that's powerful information either to renegotiate, to build in protections, or maybe you got to walk away. Look, the paperwork is boring, I know, but it's also the most honest source of information that you're going to get about your future community. Read it like it matters, because it does. For the full pre-purchase playbook, check out my Before You Buy video and the questions to ask before you make an offer. Both are linked here. Subscribe if you want more content, and if you're a board that wants a clean, transparent disclosure package that inspires confidence, that's what I can help you do with Aligned Impact. My name is Jay Boykin. Links are down below. See you in the next video.